Hi everyone! Today we will learn how to approach a reading text. We'll learn how to get ready for a reading text. איך להתכונן לקטע קריאה, כלומר, מה לעשות שמתחילים קטע של בגרות. So, let's start. 6 things to look for in the text before we read. Before we read, we have to look for 6 things. Number 1. The first thing to do when you start a test is read the instructions. Read the instruction, here they are in English. Read the article below and then answer questions 1 to 8. And here it is in Hebrew. קרא את הקטע שלפניך, and here it is in Arabic. The same instructions we have before the questions. Answer questions 1 to 8. ענה באנגלית על שאלות 1-8. And also in Arabic. It's very important to read the instructions. Number 2. Read the title. Look at the picture. Translate all the words in the title into your language. Then say or write the whole title in your language. So let's read the title. Here is the title, Reading to Dogs. Reading. לקרוא. קריאה לכלבים. Now let's look at the picture. It can help you understand what the text is about. Look at the picture and also you have a sentence here. Danny, the listening dog. Oh, so what do we learn from the title and the picture? It's about a child. It's about reading and it's about a dog. 3. Look at the text. How many paragraphs are in the text? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are right. There are 6 paragraphs in this text. How many questions are there in the text? So, you have here 1 to 8. So we have 8 questions. There are 8 questions in this test. Now, let's move over from the text, here is the text, to the first paragraph. Number 4, step number 4. Scanning the first paragraph of the text. אנחנו הולכים לעשות סריקה. We're going to look for capital letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, and the words not. So, scanning, סריקה, can give us a lot of information about the text before we read it. We're going to scan only the first paragraph. We're going to look for capital letters that tell us and answer the question who. They tell us names, places, where things happen, days of the month, days, month, when, organization, programs, what. Look for numbers. Numbers tell us when, how many, how old. Now look for punctuation marks. Question mark, quotation mark, dash. Oh, פירוש, there is also translation. And wow, look for all these. They are really important. And also look for the word NT that means not in different tenses. בכל הזמנים. יש לנו את not. Isn't, don't, doesn't, didn't. When you see NT, think no. Now, let's take an example and let's scan the first paragraph. Scanning can give us a lot of information about the text before we read it. Let's scan for capital letters, numbers, punctuation marks, and NNT. So let's see. We have Danny here. Doesn't. Again, Danny. We have a listening dog and read. So what information do we get from scanning paragraph 1? Oh, we know that Danny is a name, and maybe it's a name of a listening dog, and read is also a name, and maybe it's a name of, oh, I see here program. What is program? תוכנית. Step number 5. First sentence. Reading the first sentence of each paragraph can give us a framework, מסגרת, to the text. The first sentence in a paragraph gives us a lot of information. We're going to read the first sentence of the paragraph, and we get a lot of information. Sometimes it's the main ideas, הרעיון המרכזי, המשפט הראשון. When children read to Danny, he doesn't stop them in the middle of a sentence. So what do we get from the first sentence? Oh, children reading to Danny. So here are all the first sentences of all the paragraph. You can read them and get a lot of information about the text. Step number 6. Translating the questions. Now it's time to translate the question, לתרגם את השאלה. Understanding the question can help you get an idea what the paragraph is about and what information to look for. So what do we have to do? We have to go to the questions and read the question carefully. לקרוא את השאלה. Use your e-dictionary to help you understand the words you don't know. Then translate the whole question into Hebrew or Arabic. And wait, if it's a multiple question, שאלה אמריקאית, do not read the choices. So we're going to see an example. So here's question number 1. What do we know about Danny from paragraph 1? So let's translate. And tip, you can write the question next to the paragraph. So what? זה מה. Do shows us its present, זה בהווה. So we skip it. What do we know? מה אנחנו יודעים על אודות דני from פסקה 1? So we wrote this translation and we wrote it next. We write it next to the paragraph. Okay, so this way we remember. אנחנו נזכור את השאלה כשאנחנו נקרא. So now, what's the answer? So in order to answer this question, we have to read the paragraph. So let's read the paragraph. When children read to Danny, he doesn't stop them in the middle of a sentence. He just sits quietly and listen. Danny is a listening dog. Wait, מה אנחנו יודעים על דני מפסקה 1? Danny is a listening dog. הוא כלב שמאזין. And children read to Danny. ילדים קוראים לדני. He's part of a reading program for children. Look up at the word program in your e-dictionary. תוכנית. The name of the program is Read. So now let's answer the question. So what do we know about Danny from paragraph 1? He is a quiet child? No, Danny is not a child. We said he's a listening dog. He likes to read? No, we said children read to Danny. So he's a good listener? Yes. This is the answer because Danny is a listening dog. Great job. So now, follow step 4, 5, and 6 about each paragraph and answer the questions related to it. So what do you have to do? We read paragraph 1, קראנו את פסקה 1, and we answer question number 1. And if you remember, we did scanning, first sentence, and then we translate the question. The same steps you do with paragraph 2. And there are 2 questions about paragraph 2, you see? Paragraph 2, paragraph 2. So you read the question, you don't look at the answers, you read the paragraph, and then you go back and you answer the question. The same thing you do with paragraph 3, and you see this is a question about paragraph 3, and this is for paragraph 4 and 5, and we have 2 questions about paragraph 6. So, what did we do? We read the instructions. קראנו את ההוראות. We read the title and look at the pictures. קראנו כותרת ותמונה. We saw that there are 5 paragraphs and 8 questions. We scanned, עשינו סריקה of the first paragraph. We read the first sentence. אחר כך קראנו משפט ראשון, and then we translated the questions. And then we answered the questions. So how long did it take you to do steps 1 and 6? So I wish all of you good luck in the בגרות.